morning, students. Very good morning. Right. Now, physics class started. Yes, in our subject, mathematical tools required to solve physics problems. So, in that, one difficult mathematical operator, that is differentiation, completed. Students, one more we need. Today, I will explain that operation, that is a integration. But before that, because differentiation, integration both now continue. So that's why on the previous classes, yes, one small recap, then later enter into today's class. Yes, so students, differentiation, that is to determine the slope of a curve. Yes, the meaning is slope, but by using the slope, many applications there in our physics. So that is a differentiation. Suppose if you differentiate one time, that is the first derivative. Suppose two times a function, that is a second derivative. Yes, by using first derivative and second derivative, many applications are there. In that important application, to find out the maximum value of a function or minimum value of a function, suppose possible both values. Right now, based on that, yesterday one-dimensional kinematics just I introduced. But complete kinematics, I will start from Monday once integration today completed. Right, students, now here, along the x direction, a particle is moving. That particle location at t equal to some time t. So instantaneous location examiner given, students. Now here identify x equal to 2t square minus 12t plus 2. 2t square minus 12t plus 2. This is instantaneous location. Position of a particle at a time t. Suppose if you want now find the position at t equal to suppose 5 seconds. Simply substitute t place 5. Then you will get position of a particle at the 5th second. So that is examiner already given in the problem. Now we need to analyze the complete motion of the particle. That is which direction moving, any stopping is there. Yes, in particular time, what is the distance, what is the displacement. So this is the analysis of the problem. Right, for that now differentiation, how useful I am going to explain. Later physics part. Yes, so students here, x equal 2t square minus 12t plus 2. Now, first derivative I am finding. First derivative means one time differentiation. So this is x is in the function of time. That's why I am now differentiating this x with respect to t. Derivative of x with respect to t. Many complicated differentiation over previously. So that's why differentiation is not a problem to you. Once now clearly followed all that 4 classes, yes, differentiation not at all a problem. Okay, right. So now derivative of x with respect to t. Yes, here 2t square minus 12t plus 2 I am differentiating, that is a 4t minus 12 plus 0 not required because 2 derivative is a 0. Yes, so 4t minus 12. Students, one time derivative of a position with respect to time. So that is known as a velocity. This all in the kinematics again I will explain. So velocity, acceleration, relations, everything. But here your concentration is now first derivative of x is this. Now second derivative of x represented with d square x by dt square, or first derivative of velocity, nothing but a acceleration. So derivative of this 4t minus 12, derivative is a 4. Derivative is a 4. So now acceleration. So that is 4 plus 4. Yes. Right. Students, acceleration plus 4 given. That is now uniform accelerated motion. Okay, that is uniform accelerated, non-uniform accelerated. All now will clearly, very clearly, will see the kinematics part. But here your target is first derivative, second derivative. Now this x, maximum value, minimum value we need to find. So either at maximum or at minimum, first derivative 0. So that's why here at maybe maximum or minimum, at maximum or minimum value of x, dx by dt should be 0. But students, dx by dt already completed 4t minus 12. 4t minus 12 is 0, t is nothing but a 3. 12 by 4, that is now t equal to 3 seconds. That means at t equal to 3 seconds, this x may have maximum or maybe we don't know, because still now second condition still now not verified. At maximum value or at minimum value, first derivative 0, no doubt, but second derivative. Now come to the students, second derivative is just one number, that is a positive number you got. That means you need not verify at all, because second derivative is a greater than 0. Second derivative is greater than 0. So that's why first derivative 0 at t equal to 3 seconds. Now at t equal to 3 seconds, x has only minimum value. Because second derivative already greater than 0. It is a condition for the minimum, not for the max. So now x has a minimum. That x minimum value I am finding, students, minimum value of the x. Yes, so substitute t equal to 3. 3 square 9. 9 into 2 18. 18 plus 2 20. Next to t equal to 3. 12 into 3. That is now 36. Minus 36. So minus 60 meters, suppose x. Students, x minimum value is a minus 16. Yes, now here x equal to 0. This is positive, this is negative. X equal to minus 16. At what time? T equal to, yes, 3 seconds. T equal to 3 seconds, our particle is at x equal to minus 16. This is the least value of the x, means students, this side motion now forbidden. No motion, because that is the least. Minus 16 is itself the least. That's why less than minus 16, no any motion of the particle. So that's why this is forbidden. Now motion only right side of x equal to minus 16 only. So this now information came from our mathematics, that is the differentiation. Now by using the physics you can analyze now. What is now analysis? T equal to 0, x equal to plus 2. T equal to 0, x equal to plus 2. Means t equal to 0, t equal to 3 seconds, particle is being moved in this direction. T equal to 0 to t equal to 3 seconds. After 3 seconds, now particle is moving rightward direction, like this, rightward. Like that, now that is moving. Now never stopped. Now particle never stopped. Yes, after starting at t equal to 3 seconds, right side once started, now never stopped. Then by using now these t values, you can find any at any time position, any time velocity, any time acceleration. This all you can find out. Now suppose any some interval given. Yes, suppose t equal to 0 to t equal to 2 seconds. You can find out the distance and the displacement. Suppose t equal to 0 to t equal to 5 seconds. Distance and the displacement, because we know complete path. Okay, one small now example. Suppose from t equal to 0 to t equal to 4 seconds. T equal to 0 to t equal to 4 seconds. Now we need a distance and also displacement, suppose. Yes, t equal to 0, yes, already substituted, x equal to 2, t equal to 4 seconds, t equal to 4, that is now 16, 16 to 32, 32, 34, 34 plus 34, yes, 12 into 4, that is minus 48. Yes, minus 14 meter. That means that t equal to 0, x equal to 2, t equal to 4, x equal to minus 14. But students, here t equal to 4 seconds means at t equal to 3 seconds body rest. That means you need to understand at t equal to 0, here to here, that is x equal to 2 to x equal to minus 16. Then later return journey started. Right now x equal to minus 14. That means here to here, then again here to here. Because it is a t equal to 0, it is a t equal to 3, but the final location t equal to 4. T equal to 4. Yes, that means now here to here, total how much? 18 meters. This is plus 2, this is minus 16, total 18. 18 plus 16 to 14 means 2. 18 plus 2, 20. So that's why from t equal to 0 to t equal to 4 seconds, distance, length of path is at 20 meters. But displacement, x equal to 2 to x equal to minus 14, because final position minus initial position. Right, from here to, yes, here minus 14 means indirectly final position minus 14 minus initial position plus 2, minus 14 minus 2 minus 16. Displacement is a minus 16. Displacement is a vector, sign also required, plus or minus, but distance always positive. This all one more time in the kinematics I will tell, but already now students completed 9th and 10th, so that's why in that primary things already there. Right, distance 20, displacement minus 16. So in this way you can analyze our complete kinematics problems by using differentiation topic. Yes, one more required student, that is the integration. So now I am moving to integration, but students, now integration is now very big chapter. And also complete integration we don't need. Whatever may be the part required, that function integration, different types only I will explain. And next at the time of solving problems, any difficult integration is there, yes, again now there we will discuss. Here in this present class, integration, so why we need to learn integration, how that integration helpful to solve physics problems, and now some basic integrations I will complete today. Next in the coming chapters, wherever integration required, there I will explain that particular function integration. But that is easy, you need not worry. Right. Complete integration you will know in the second year mathematics. Complete integration, any function integration, yes, possible functions on. That all possible function integrations you will calculate. But not now. under your second year mathematics. Okay, right. Yes, students, first now meaning of integration. Then later why now we need to learn this integration I will explain. Now here between two variables, that is y and x. Suppose y is in the function of x, y is function of x, some equation, y equal to kx square, kx plus some equation. Suppose students now y versus x graph is this, suppose like this one graph is and even curve graph. Yes, slope of this graph already completed by using differentiation. Slope means change in y coordinates divided by change in x coordinate for a small difference, infinitesimally small difference. That is the differentiation over. Now come to the integration. So at this point, value of this y, suppose some y, there is some value at this point, this is the y value, here this is the x value. Now I am taking just two nearby points, one point here, one point here, but very nearby, but clarity purpose no, some gap I am taking at the time of drawing diagram, some gap. So now at this particular point, this is the value of y, it is the value of x. On x axis, I have taken two nearby points. Suppose this is x. Next to side, x plus dx. Very small difference is the dx. Infinitesimally small. Just like the differentiation what we have taken, like that. So now, if you see this, from here to here, that look like a one small rectangle. Rectangle height y. This depth means now breadth, thickness, distance is a dx. Between these 2 points, I am not calculating from here. Here to here means no doubt that is a x. But surrounding to that point, 2 points I have taken. That 2 points on the x-axis difference is a dx. But 2 points approximate same y value has. So now the difference on x-axis difference I have taken. So that's why now this is look like now rectangle. Rectangle area, you know students, only this small rectangle area y into dx. Rectangle area, that is now length into breadth. So length here dx, breadth to y suppose, because from here to here this complete rectangle y into dx. This is area. Suppose now you need area from here to here. Just this small area is this y dx. Very small now, but clarity purpose now here at least now some distance drawn, but infinitesimally small. That area is a dA equal to y into dx. But now we need area under this graph. This is like this. So this is complete. Suppose here x equal to x1, here x equal to x2. From here to here, total whatever may be here is there now curve like this. This total area, not just the small part, complete area under the curve. That is very difficult to find because it is not now in the form of rectangle or any triangle or any known geometry, right? Some difficult curve it has. So to find the area under this curve, this complete shaded area, that area for the determination, yes, this is the symbol for integration. Integral y dx is nothing but a total area under curve from this location to this location. Students, it is now form of S. S means sum. Means this is the total area we need. This type of small rectangles. You can draw from here to here more number rectangles. Each rectangle, suppose area, suppose A1, A2, A3, A4 like that. All areas if you add nothing but a sum, that the sum symbol is this integration. Because after adding all those areas only you will get net area from here to here, right? So that's why to find that area under the graph from here to here or maybe other point to other point. This is the integral. Integral means summation, but not for discontinuous. All continuous, you know. These areas all are incontinuous. So addition of that all continuous small fraction value, all areas, we need integration. That is the integration, integral y dx. Yes, integral y dx is nothing but now indefinite integration because here not mentioned from where to where you are integrating. Suppose if you mention where to where, yes, where to where, x equal to x1 to x equal to x2. Suppose if you integrate only from x1 to x2, you will get area from only here to here. This is a definite integration. Suppose here limits not mentioned, it is the lower limit because from here to here, lower limit, upper limit. Suppose limits not mentioned, that is the general integration. Means indefinite because from where to where you don't know. Now it is a definite integration. Yes, both are same. Indefinite means limits not mentioned, that's all. Definite means limits mentioned, just like our differentiation also. For example, find the derivative of a function. Where you need, don't know. That's why that is indefinite because we don't know. Suppose find the derivative of a function at x equal to 2. Particular means at that point you need the tangent. That is a definite. Okay. Same like that integration also. Yes, integral y dx. General area. Integral y dx from x1 to x2 means only particular part. x1 to x2 how much area covered, that area, that is a definite. So first indefinite integration we will calculate, then let definite very simple. I will explain definite also. Right, so now area under a graph, that is area on x-axis represented with integral y dx. Here y is a function in the x. So this is the area. Students, here one more logic is there. Y is in the function of x means x also in the function of y. So that's why integral x dy also there. Integral x dy. Students, integral x dy meaning I will tell, just wait. Integral x dy means, yes, here this is y dx, right? X dy means suppose this area you need. Here, this area. this is shaded area. This shaded area is nothing but now integral x dy. This shaded area is nothing but integral y dx. Suppose on x-axis, that means in between x-axis and curve, in between x-axis and curve, area is this. In between y-axis and the curve, area is this. But now our concentration only on this. So that's why now this I will explain. Suppose if you need this, go for it. Okay, that is the meaning of integration first. Now different functions integration, how to do, I will explain. Right, now students here, especially in our physics part, some known examples I will tell, but many examples there now, applications of this integration in our syllabus. See, first one, simple example. Suppose here velocity versus time. Suppose y-axis velocity, x-axis time is there, suppose. Here velocity, here time is there. Area under velocity versus time is a displacement. Area of velocity versus time graph is a displacement. So that's why velocity given in the function of time and find the displacement, then you can find very easily by using this integration. Suppose this is acceleration, this is the time. It is acceleration, it is the time. Area under acceleration versus time graph. Change in velocity. So change in velocity you can calculate. Like that, many, for example, suppose here force versus the position. Here is the force, here is the position. Force versus position. Area under the graph is a work done. Like that, many complicated physics problems you can find from the integration. Not only this, now many applications are there in each and every chapter. Now at that time I will explain. Okay? Yes, now, so why we are now learning this integration also complete. Right now, how to do this integration, that all logics I will explain, just wait. Right, students, integration, differentiation, both opposite. See only. Differentiation, change in y component divided by change in x component. Integration, for a particular value of y, nearby two x values you need to multiply. Means one is a division, another is a product. So that's why integration is just inverse of differentiation only. For example, derivative of x square with respect to x. Already we know that. Derivative of x square with respect to x is a 2x. Derivative of x square is a 2x. So this, students, how we write? Integral 2x dx is nothing but a x square. Students, derivative of x square with respect to x is a 2x, we know. Now integration is just inverse. Integral of 2x, because 2x is a one function. Integral of 2x with respect to x is nothing but a x square. And one more point, students, here. Derivative of x square plus, suppose any some constant, let it be 5, with respect to x. How much? Again 2x only. That means derivative of x square 2x, derivative of x square plus 5 also 2x, not only x square plus 5, x square plus or minus any constant is again 2x only. So that's why here integral 2x dx, no doubt x square, this term mandatory, no doubt, but plus or minus some constant, we don't know that constant. See in this example only here 5. Suppose if I take 6, I again same answer only. Like that here whatever may be constant is there, but here differentiation is the same. But now in the integration, x square, here constant we don't know exactly. That's why we can write x square plus. There is some constant. That constant, based on the given values by the examiner, we can find out the constant also. But right now not required. So that's why simply you follow integral 2x to dx. Example I am telling. Integral 2x to dx is nothing but x square guarantee. But after constant we don't know. That's why plus some constant. Not only this example, any integration, that is indefinite integration. Definite integration constant is not required. Cancel out. I will tell that. Yes, after integrating this, write plus some constant. Okay. Right now, same this function only I am telling. Derivative of x to the power of n with respect to x. We know students n into x to the power of n minus 1, right? N into x to the power of n minus 1. So same way, integral n into x to the power of n minus 1 into dx is nothing but a x to the power of n mandatory, but plus we don't know some constant, that is a c. So integral n into x to the power of n minus 1 dx, this value is a x to the power of n plus some constant we do. So now integral, from that I am writing students, integral x to the power of n minus 1 dx equal to, because this n is a constant you can write now outside also, because it is a product n into x to the power of n minus 1. X is a variable that inside the integration, but n outside. So n, that n I am sending left side. So after sending x to the power of n divided by n plus constant. This one don't confuse, sir. Here again c by n, here only written c. Maybe that constant different, this constant different. Some constant we don't know. So integral x to the power of n minus 1 dx equal to x to the power of n by n plus c. Now you need to remember in the integration one small formula. Here n minus 1 is there, here n by n is there. Means this value just addition of 1 to this particular value, power. So therefore, integral x to the power of n dx equal to x to the power of n plus 1 divided by n plus 1 plus some constant. Here n not equal to minus 1. Students, integral x to the power of n dx equal to x to the power of n plus 1. This power is just plus 1 of this particular power. N plus 1 by n plus 1 plus c. Here n is not equal to minus 1. Suppose minus 1 plus 1, that is undefined, you will get. That's why except n equal to minus 1, remaining all values, this integration formula valid. All students, please remember now only. Again, no any time, but easy also. Integral x to the power of n dx, x to the power of n plus 1 by n plus 1 plus some constant. So from this, now this all just I explained. In the mathematics integration, yes, still more clarity along with the derivations you will know. But this is physics class, not that derivations, only what they are now final results we are utilizing this. Okay, right. Now students, please remember integral x to the power of n dx, x to the power of n plus 1 by n plus 1 plus some constant. Just like derivative of x to the power of n is n into x to the power of n minus 1. That is the differentiation chapter, sir will derive that. Same in the integration. Now from the differentiation I am going to explain. Integral x to the power of n dx is x to the power of n plus 1 by n plus 1 plus c. So on this, now next topic I will explain, but up to here, yes, this all you need to understand very carefully, but easy also, you need not to worry. So now n is not equal to minus 1, this is valid. N equal to minus 1 also I will tell, but first n is not equal to minus 1. Yes, students, now on this, now some examples, because this formula most important in our physics solvings. Most important. Out of many equations, many there in the integration, but all not required. Yes, whatever required I will explain. But out of those, no, this is the most important. Integral x to the power of n dx equal to x to the power of n plus 1 by n plus 1 plus c is a constant. Yes, now suppose integral x to the power of 1 by 2 dx, indirectly integral root x dx I am calculating. 1 by 2 means root x. So this is the problem. X to the power of 1 by 2 means root x dx, integral root x dx, suppose examiner asked. Very simple. X to the power of n plus 1, 1 by 2 plus 1, 3 by 2, divided by again same 3 by 2 plus some constant. So this how you write? 2 by 3 x to the power of 3 by 2 plus constant is the final answer. That is the answer for this integration. 1 by 2 plus 1 divided by, yes, again 1 by 2 plus 1. Right, next one more example on that. Suppose x to the power of minus 5 by 3, suppose, with respect to x. Say this is the n value, n plus 1 by n plus 1. Yes, x to the power of minus 5 by 3 plus 1 divided by minus 5 by 3 plus 1 plus some constant. Students, minus 5 by 3 plus 1. Yes, now 3 LCM, minus 5 plus 3, minus 2 by 3. Here also minus 2 by 3. So that's why x to the power of minus 2 by 3 divided by minus 2 by 3. I am writing minus 3 here, 2. Minus 3 x to the power of minus 2 by 3 divided by 2. Again plus constant as usual. Right, students, one more. Integral 5 into x square plus 3 into x minus 5 dx given suppose. Yes, it is nothing but what now? Combination. This is basic function, it is combination. Very simple. This how you write? 5 integral x square dx, that is the first term, plus 3 outside x dx, because constants outside. Suppose kx, k outside, integral x to dx only. Last minus 5 integral dx. Now we can integrate that. Yes, so 5 outside x square dx. X square dx. 2 means n value. So that's why x cube by 3 plus 3 into x to dx means x to the power of 1. X to dx means x to the power of 1. So 1 plus 1 x square by 2 minus 5 integral dx. Integral dx is nothing but a x. How means? Here nothing is there. How you write x to the power of 0? X to the power of 0 is a 1 again. So that's why x to the power of 0 dx. 0 plus 1, that is 1. Means x to the power of 1 by 1. Here you will write x to the power of 1 by 1. Integration completed, that's why plus some unknown constant, that is C. Right, now here 5 by 3 x cube plus 3 by 2 x square minus 5x plus some constant. So students, it is integration of this. Whatever may be here variable is there, with respect to that variable only we need to integrate. So this is integral x to the power of n dx. How now we are using, clearly explain. Very simple. You please remember now, in case of differentiation, derivative of x to the power of n with respect to x, n into x to the power of n minus 1. But here integral x to the power of n dx equal to x to the power of n plus 1 divided by n plus 1 plus some constant. So now here, not only x to the power of n dx, suppose here t to the power of n, but with respect to t only, means dt. Integral t to the power of n dt equal to t to the power of n plus 1 by n plus 1 plus constant. Suppose integral y to the power of n, but dy here required. Integral y to the power of n dy equal to y to the power of n plus 1 by n plus 1. Say, suppose integral theta to the power of n d theta equal to theta to the power of n plus 1 by n plus 1 plus constant. That's why you please remember this, reminding automatically will. Okay, just. suppose one example, integral 2t minus 4 with respect to t. Integral 2t minus 4 dt. Suppose this is the problem. Yes, directly I am writing because all students know already many complicated problem also here over. That's why directly I am writing 2t, 2 constant outside. Only t dt. T means t to the power of 1. Means n place 1. Means indirectly t square by 2 plus, okay, 2t square by 2 completed. Now minus is there. Okay, no problem. Minus 4 is a constant outside. Integral dt. Integral dx is x previously completed. Same integral dt is a t, that's all. So now 2 cancel. T square minus 4t. Yes, plus one constant suppose. That constant we can find now by using the given values. Examiner some values they will give. So from that now you can find. So this is the integration of that. So now it is indefinite integration because still limits now not substituted. Now one example on definite integration now I am explaining this. Yes, now suppose y equal to 2x plus 5 and find the area under this graph from x1 equal to 1 to x equal to, x1 means what? X equal to 3. Means some limitations also given. X value from 1 to x equal to 3. Area under this graph required. Area under that graph is nothing but a integration. So therefore area equal to integral y dx means 2x plus 5 into dx. But the limitation is x equal to 1 to x equal to 3. Yes, so students here first now just to do integration only. Limits now don't to substitute. This integration already we know. Yes, first 2 into x square by 2 plus 5 into x. So 2x square by 2 plus 5x, this integration just now previously I completed. Now plus constant c. Lower limit x equal to 1, upper limit x equal to 3. Because constant c also. Right, now here once like that completed. Yes, 2 cancel. This is x square plus 5x plus x square plus 5x plus c. Lower limit to 1, upper limit to 3. Up to here no doubt because just indefinite integration. Now students, first upper limit you need to substitute in the value of x because here x equal to 3. So in this equation x values, where x values there? In that unit substitute first upper limit, only the upper limit. Yes, what is that now? Upper limit x equal to 3. 3 square plus 5 into 3 plus c. Only upper limit to substitute. Okay, upper limits over. Minus because from 1 to 3 we need 1 to 3 minus, now substitute x equal to 1, that is lower limit in this complete equation. So that is students 1 square plus 5 into 1 plus c. So now 3 square 9, 5 into 3 that is 15. So total 9, 4 that is 24. So this is 24 plus c. This is 1, 5 into 1, 5, total 6 plus c. Yes, students, 24 plus c minus 6 plus c. C cancel out, constant that is. Right now, final answer 24 minus 6. 24 minus 6, that is 18. So now answer is 18. So this is a definite integration, means from what value to what value. So in this definite integration, even some students suppose, yes, this C not written, but final answer no any change. But indefinite integration we don't know limits. That's why you need to mention one constant. Anything that is constant. Maybe plus or minus also. So this is definite integration. Yes, up to here all students. Later this step, very simple. Whatever may be here x value is there, x place. In that x place, substitute upper limit x equal to 3, upper limit. Minus, wherever x is there, substitute lower limit 1. Then simplification. So this is integral x to the power of n dx, n not equal to minus 1, indefinite integration and also definite integration combinations also. Right, students? Just wait. So now, conclusion. Derivative of x to the power of n with respect to x, n into x to the power of n minus 1. Yes, opposite integral n into x to the power of n minus 1 dx equal to x to the power of n plus some constant. Just opposite. Same now. Yes, some more function derivatives. Derivative of ln x with respect to x is a 1 by x. So now students here, derivative of ln x is a 1 by x in the differentiation basic functions completed. So from this how we write integration? Integral 1 by x dx equal to ln x plus some constants. So integral 1 by x dx, how we write? Integral x to the power of minus 1 dx you can write. So integral x to the power of minus 1 dx means indirectly integral x to the power of n dx. Here n equal to minus 1. n not equal to minus 1, this equation. Suppose here n equal to minus 1 means indirectly this is answer is a ln x, ln x, ln x. So like this now, all differentiations we know previously. Suppose derivative of a to the power of x with respect to x is a to the power of x ln a. Yes, now in the integration how you write? A to the power of x ln a into dx is nothing but a to the power of x plus constant. So like that now, previously what we know all derivatives, you can now inversely write now in the integration form like that. Suppose derivative of sin x with respect to x is a cos x. That's why integral cos x to dx is a sin x. So now like that, all whatever the differentiation previously over, oppositely write for the integration. That is now your work tomorrow and next Sunday. Yes, next class. Other than this now direct to integrations, another integrations what required to solve physics problems, so I will explain. Yes, so today integration maximum part what we need to solve physics problems completed. Some more higher integration, yes, in the next class I will explain. Later enter into our next topics. Okay students, thank you.